It's a beautiful fall morning, almost afternoon, in Maryland today. We are in Patapsco Valley State Park, Maryland, and a little more fall color in the trees than at home. We're checking out a few different trails to make about an 8-mile loop today. So I'm on, I think, Morning Choice is what this first one is called, and just making our way through the woods. It's a beautiful day. I know this park gets pretty crowded on weekends. We're here on a weekday, so that works out really well. Don't have to worry about quite as many bikes on the trail, but still some out here, and assuming I'll see some other hikers. We have a little water crossing here. We'll see how wet we're gonna have to get. Lilu won't mind, but I'm not really looking to get too wet, especially this early in the hike. Very pretty sound of water over these rocks, though. Oh, it's a very pretty view. The water's coming down. It's quite sunny today, but we're under tree cover for this whole hike as far as I know. So I'm gonna make my way across. Some of the trails here are marked better than others. We are headed to the Cascade Trail, so that sign told us we're now half a mile from it. And there have been several signs that have confirmed we are on the Morning Choice Trail right now. So it's always good to know where you are, especially when you're in a new place. The weather is beautiful today. Every once in a while we get a little bit of breeze coming through the trees. A little bit of humidity in there, but it's beautiful out. There's a pretty section of trail with some water and exposed rock. Sun's peeking through in some spots. I always love seeing plants growing on the rocks. It shows resilience and how we are able to flourish even in those tough circumstances. I think that's cool. Little flowers. They're always fun. I think just like the plants growing on the rocks, it's where certain types especially thrive. Just like when there's fire in a forest, some plants need fire to spread their seeds. So things are a blessing in disguise. I think we experience a lot of those in our personal lives as well. It's hard to see the pros or the benefits of something when our mind is set on something else. But once we take a step back or allow it to sink in, we're able to see, oh, that's why this happened. Makes a little more sense then. Definitely quite a few hikers in this little section here. It's always exciting to see. This is one of the more difficult sections of the trail that I'm hiking today. The boys are out here mountain biking, and when they looked, this section was Black Diamond. So Caden said he wanted to choose a different way to make his loop. So they're looping around through here too. But it is definitely more treacherous with the rocks and roots, and it's quite steep. So I like it for hiking. I would not want to bike it. So our next trail is going to be the Ridge Trail. See a sign for it ahead. It's very obvious that they have not been getting a lot of rain, because this, I believe, is Cascade Falls, and it's a little more than a trickle coming down, but pretty nonetheless. And I'm grateful for some drier weather so we've been able to spend more time outside. So, you gotta see both sides of it. The variety of rock is pretty cool here. And there are sections that are more clear and flat, even if there is a incline to it. This section's only has minor roots and rocks, so that's good. Yeah, a lot of incline and therefore decline on this trail. Definitely don't feel like you're just walking on the same portion of trail the whole time. It's fun. What is a blessing in disguise that you have recognized afterwards? It's something that you didn't think would be a good thing, but ended up being the perfect thing for you. Might take a minute to recognize it if you haven't already. One of the things that I definitely see as a blessing in disguise for my life is what my life was like for Caden's first many years of life, and the family situation that we lived in. It was awful in so many ways, but because of that, we made a point, and because we had the option with homeschooling, we made a point of doing lots of traveling. And I wouldn't trade that time he and I shared together for anything. So even though I would like to wish away some of the other things, I treasure that time that Caden and I spent together. And so I recognize that as a blessing in disguise. An interesting rock right in the middle of the trail. Make sure you're paying attention. There's some kind of old structure down there. I'm not sure what it is. I know there was a mill, rice mill. That wouldn't be where it was. We're not on that trail today, but definitely the area was inhabited and used long ago. Here's another one. Nice signs about what they were. They were small. Really neat to see the construction of it though. Huh. Wild. Back to the trail. There's at least one window and an established chimney on that one. Down there. Looks like people do go down there. We're gonna pass that one today though. It's so cool being tucked back in here in the woods though. I would love to know the story. We have had a lot of little stream, creek crossing. Nothing has been too big, but I guess in part because we haven't had, or they haven't had a lot of rain either, so haven't gotten wet yet. We'll see if that continues. That's a big down tree there. Whew. This is quite a mess to walk through. And some flowers and berries though. It's a little bit like a tunnel of plants. So, being out here today for this hike is a result of a blessing in disguise. We are on fall break from school, and I really was not excited about having to go back to work so early in the summer. Felt like I was missing out, but after teaching this group of kids for the first 9 weeks of school, I'm very grateful for this fall break. So it'll be nice to have this week. That's a pretty cool looking tree. To just enjoy some time together and not feel the pressure of work quite as much. Caden's enjoying a little break from his high school classes. So, get to spend some good quality time together, which I always appreciate. So, now I'm very grateful for starting school early so that we do have this time. And this seems like the biggest crossing we're going to have. Not seeing a good way to go yet. But it's pretty. Water's nice. So we're in this section now. We're kind of nearing the end of the loop we're making. So we are hearing a little more road traffic. But it's not a surprise. This state park is really quite close to Columbia and Baltimore. So it's really nicely preserved woods out not too far. It didn't take us long at all to get here from my parents, and I haven't been out here for several years, so I'm really grateful for the time out here today. Good way to spend part of our break. So I hope you find some good ways to spend your time today, and I'll see you next time on the trail with Heart.